that's what we're doing this week. That is the topic. That's what our conversation has been about. With regard to marketplace money, it's been with our money, with our mind. It has been with regard to our community, with our elections. With Relationship Tuesday, we had a special guest, Ashley Morin, who is actually back in studio. She'll be one of our regular guests right now on Gumbo Talk Thursday. I'm so excited to embrace her here. You'll get to know a little bit more about her in the remaining parts of the show, so make sure you stay tuned to the entire show, because we are shifting. We're shifting ourselves. We're shifting our hearts. And with those shifts, we're really getting to understand who we are and how we can walk in that good life. But it is the good life, and it's Gumbo Talk, so we like to jump in the stew. And the first bit of stew I have is a little bit sad, but it makes me a little bit glad. So I don't know which one it is. It's sad and glad all at the same doggone time. Our co-host Cindy Wynn, I love her 2 pieces, is running for council member District E. And so while she is handling her election, she is going to be focusing her time on Viet in the East as well as her election. So she's going to be taking a hiatus from the show while she does that, but we want to make sure that our hearts and prayers and love go out to her and everything that she's doing. She'll obviously keep in touch with us, and I know she's going to be sending some people from the East just to let us know what is going on out there, because we really do appreciate her keeping us up to date with the activities that are going on out there. So she will not physically be here, but of course she will be here in spirit, and she will keep us up to date with things that are going on in the East. So we want to send out a shout out to Cindy Wynn and wish her luck on her race for District E. Love you, girl. I talked to her this morning, and she just keeps in touch, so we want to make sure that we keep her in our hearts and prayers. Now, jumping back into the shift, the first segment of Gumbo Talk Thursday, I got to get in the stew. It's hot topics, what's going on here, there, and everywhere. I want to know, you want to know, and what I really want to know with this topic before we kind of get into the stew is, where do you get your news? So exactly, where do you get your news? Y'all know, or y'all don't know, but y'all knew I was a CNN junkie, and I'm gonna be honest. I had DirecTV, and one of the days that the what do you call it? That the cable news kind of went out, and so I was like, what, and then my remote control stopped working in my bedroom. And so I honestly just kind of started watching documentaries from that point on. And so I was like, you know what? Who needs to watch CNN? And so from that day forward, I was like, I just started getting my news in different places. But it was funny how there had to be an act of God, literally, to change my mind, to change how things started happening, and how, how and where I got my news, which actually kind of became a blessing, because I stopped becoming inundated with so much negativity. And those news cycles, they repeat. And so I just started changing my philosophy on where I actually get my news. So my question for you, since we talk about hot topics, Ashley, is where do you get your news?
For me, I get my news from, Instagram, just, people I follow on there, and, because I really don't tune into the news that often, actually, I don't have cable, so I can't really tune into, CNN on TV.
I know a lot of people don't even have cable anymore.
Yeah,
These prices, just shout out to all y'all cable companies, just letting y'all know you are, pushing us away.
Yeah, so, but I mean, yeah, pretty much Instagram, I'll be on there, and, I follow the Shade Room, and that's where I'll get stuff from. I mean, there's obviously news on my phone, because it's just there, but, if I want the tea, yeah.
If you want the tea, where do you go?
The Shade Room.
All right, y'all, that's me trying to hook up my Instagram. The Shade Room?
The Shade Room.
So what's going on in the Shade Room? Can you pull it up on your phone?
Yes. Let's see.
Are you live too?
No.
Well, y'all, we are live. If you want to see what's going on right there in studio, please follow us at TGL Radio Show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at TGL Radio Show. I'm live. I should only say where I went live on Instagram and Facebook at TGL Radio Show, at TGL Radio Show. Well, while you're pulling up your Shade Room, I'm looking up here at yahoo.com, because I think I'm like you now. A lot of people don't even get their news from watching the news anymore. They're getting their news online. They're reading things. They're watching little videos. They're watching little vignettes. They're watching watching, little things to get their news, because just being inundated by so much negativity at one time, it's just overwhelming, and it really affects your day. So, it's just about opening your mind to living differently in the world so that we can do things differently. So I want people just to, think outside the box where they get their news, because if you're getting it from one source, you're getting one perspective.
Correct.
Right. So I want you to think about where you get your news, because I was asking Lee where he got his news, and so he was telling me he got some of his news from Yahoo.com, and so I was looking here, and I didn't know that. Oh, I guess I got, because I'm not watching all that. OJ is possibly getting out soon. Who knew that? Not me. I didn't. They say they were memorable moments of the OJ Simpson trial, but I just think that kind of going through all this makes us relive those experiences. You know what I'm saying? And then how people, really were divided during that time, because then you're bringing this up all over again, and then you're going through, look, you're nodding your head. I remember the O.J. Simpson trial. I don't know
I was young.
You were young.
I was very young.
But I was in high school, and we were in, it was during lunchtime that the verdict came through, and they had the TVs on in our civics class. And so we went to civics class to watch it during lunchtime, and you could just see the divide when they gave the verdict. There was one portion of our class that was like all upset, and there was one portion that was all excited. But how these things and how the media portrays things, and how we then begin to choose sides, no matter what side you were on, the divides. I really kind of want to open people's minds to maybe stop looking at color and really start looking at circumstances. What type of heart did he have? And we'll get into that into the next segment, but start looking into those things. And so there's some other pop culture things that came up, because you were telling me, what'd you find on the Shade Room?
Okay.
You had something interesting. That was like,
I did.
I don't know if everybody knows this. I don't know if you're ready. Hot topics all day. The block is hot. The block is hot.
1.1 million lawsuit reportedly claims Usher infected ex-wife's bridesmaid with herpes.
Wait. Not the wife?
Not the wife, the bridesmaid.
The ex-wife's bridesmaid.
Right. So there's so much tea in that. There's so much tea.
Wait. So the bridesmaid?
The bridesmaid of the wife got herpes from Usher, and he paid her $1.1 million
to be quiet about it.
Pretty much, or she's suing him for that much.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Do we have these conversations on Tuesday, Relationship Tuesday?
Something like that. So a report says
maybe we should stop sharing, y'all. And I don't even have, the statistics about, sexually transmitted diseases, but real talk. I know New Orleans and Atlanta are like hotbeds and hot zones. When Doc Griggs was here a couple months ago, we were talking about that, and I'm just like, the amount of sexually transmitted diseases that are going around there. Like, when you share partners, that partner is sharing with someone else, and that other person is sharing with someone else. And it's not just one person. They may be having, intercourse with two people. Yeah. So then you're having intercourse with the two people that they had sex with, and then the people that they had. And then it becomes just like a cesspool. Like, even if you don't, you have those urges, like, really think about what you're doing physically to your body. Number one, you're creating a soul tie. So let's start there. That is hard to separate from, but that's on a spiritual level. But, that connection is stronger than y'all want to believe it is. But, you get tied to these people. And you're like, why do I have this connection? Because you opened yourself up to them. Okay, but now going back to the sexual part. But true. But now you're going back to the sexual part. You're sharing this. And then if you're in a relationship and you're not telling the person that you're in a relationship with that you are having sex outside the relationship unprotected, now you are then sharing that with your significant other partner that trusts you and loves you and has opened themselves vulnerably to you, and now you are infecting them. And then if you have children, then you could not just be infecting them. You could possibly be giving the spouse a death sentence and take away their mother or their father because you decided to open your legs or pull down your pants or whatever the situation may be.
Well, 1 in 3 black women have herpes. if that just,
Let that settle in your spirit. Say that one more time.
1 in 3 black women have herpes, genital herpes.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. And I believe the statistics, in New Orleans, and I don't have them in front of me. I should pull them up during the break, but I remember there was an article recently that, New Orleans and Houston were just such hotbeds of so many sexually transmitted diseases. I really want y'all to just open your mind to these things. Open your mind to the things that you do and the actions that we take. And, go see your doctors. If you do have these things, all of them aren't a death sentence. Every sexually transmitted disease is not. But please take care of yourself. Please take care of your health. Don't let it, shame you to the point that you don't take care of yourself. Don't continue to spread something because you want to live in denial. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to our community. It's not fair to our families. It's not fair to our children. These sexually transmitted diseases are killing us because we want to live in silence. Let's not live in silence anymore. I don't care what your issue is. If it's an addiction, if it's sexual abuse, if it's a sexually transmitted disease, if it's you lost your job, if it, your sexuality. I don't care what it is. Stop living in shame. And I know that's hard to say, but I've done it. So I trust me. I understand it's hard. But when you walk through that fear and you release it, I'm telling you, there is freedom on the other side of it. Y'all hear how happy I'm on the radio. I'm just letting you know. I dropped my bags. Pew, pew. Drop them. What else is going on in the news, Ashley? Ashley's dropping the tea this morning, y'all.
Let's see. I believe there is something about R. Kelly.
What did he do? Doesn't he have another young girlfriend?
It's something
well, what's the deal with that?
About him, I guess, actually sleeping
it's
with
Gumbo
women
Talk.
who are
We're getting in the studio. Under 18?
Yeah.
I must be honest. Everyone's like, I love him for his music, but I can't do it. I know. I mean, I know there will be people who are like, oh, no, I can't do it. I just, and it's not about a judgmental thing. Everybody is redeemable. Everybody, I don't have issue, but you continue the pattern. It's different when you're sorry. You do. I mean, you change. You do. What? I just can't. There's been no. Can't do it. I hadn't been a fan since the initial, and I just can't do it. That's just me. Maybe I am being judgmental, but I'm trying to be tolerant. Y'all pray for me. Please pray for me. You're all stank face over there.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with R. Kelly.
I'm trying to figure it just kind of, we just, I don't know. There's just so many things that are going on, and so many things that are going on with, our celebrities in our community. I'd probably like to end this segment with this. There's so many of our children and so many of us that look up to these celebrities and look up to these people who are, i.e., popular, or look up to these people who are in these places, i.e., high-level places. They're just people. They're just people. So really look at their hearts. Look at who they are. Look at the music you listen to. Look at the people that your children are looking up to. They're just people. We are all human. We are all flesh. They are no different than you are. They've just attained a level of name recognition, because I don't even want to say success. Because when you're still, if you're dealing with children who are underage, for me, that's molestation. That's just my 2 cents.
Actually, I was wrong.
Okay.
I was wrong. So
we'll reel that in, but not really. But go ahead.
Okay, so it says R. Kelly's sex partner details singer's alleged cult. So it's looking like,
from my understanding, he had a
was
harem
running a
of
cult.
women.
Yeah,
where he was paying for all their apartments and whatever.
It says R.
taking
Kelly
care of
is
them,
accused of running a cult in which he keeps women captive in his Chicago and Atlanta homes. Sorry, it wasn't women under 18. I mean, but who knows?
But you know what? Now, here, and I like to be fair, so here's the opposite side of that. You have Hugh Hefner, who on the opposite side of that keeps women in a house, takes care of them, young, 18 and 21, I'm just giving a basic age range, who takes care of them, handles them. Is that a cult too? I'm just saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm just saying, if you're going to put it out there for one person,
maybe it's not.
Reel it all back in with the net.
Because they're, I guess, if you will, they're
right?
working for Hugh Hefner.
Just saying. Okay, well, are they working for him? I'm just saying.
Well, R. Kelly doesn't have his own Playboy magazine.
He is his own Playboy, obviously. Y'all, it is Gumbo Talk. We got into the stew, but we're going to get into shifting when we get back. I want to know what your heart looks like. What does your heart look like? Because so your heart, so are you. Open your mind and living differently in the world. We're going to get to know Ashley a little bit today. She does something that a lot of people that are fearful to do. And honestly, when she told me, I was like, Ashley, that's amazing. So don't move. You are going to want to find out exactly what's going on. I think we may have a special guest, too, that's going to, maybe we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, no special guest? Actually, you're my special guest. Lee, you're my special guest. You're my special guest, Lee? No. Lee, are you actually going to talk on air today? Lee would be a special... No, y'all, I try to reel him in. You don't want to be a part of Gumbo Talk? No, you're not with the ladies? Not with the ladies? Okay, he wants me to take a break. All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Gumbo Talk with Eileen and Ashley. We'll be back. You don't want to come in? Hey, y'all. Did y'all get any of the stew this morning?
Isogenics is one of the fastest
I know, but I don't want
growing
to talk right
companies
now because
in
I'm
the
live.
world because their products work. Their solutions and
What's
culture
up?
redefine the health and wellness industry. Science
You know I'm live on Facebook and Instagram right now, just FYI.
Okay, so
Good morning.
the people who make
Good, how are you?
and I
Eileen.
have joined
Good
the
morning, how are you? Hey guys.
Ashley.
Ashley.
I'm on my journey of transformation and invite you to join me and try Isogenics today. Challenge yourself and change your life. Find information and testimonials at thegoodliferadioshow.isogenics.com. Thegoodliferadioshow.isogenics.com. Thegoodliferadioshow.isagenics.com. Order yours today.
Oh no. So, yeah. We will talk. Call me
Small
when.
businesses play an important
Okay.
role in society, and L&R Security is no different. L&R Security delivers safety and comfort to our neighborhoods, events,
That's not even a
apartment
question.
communities, conventions, work sites, festivals,
Yes,
and your business.
Yes,
L&R Security
yes.
can
Oh
be
my
reached
gosh, I'm
at
excited about the opportunity.
504-943-3191 to ensure
Oh,
the safety of your employees,
thank you.
customers, family, friends,
I'm on
and you.
air.
L&R Security has made its mark in the security arena for over 37 years and will faithfully continue that tradition. Call today
Y'all,
for
I'm
your
sorry.
personalized consultation.
Don't touch it.
to
I'm
ensure
sorry
your
about the show
security
today,
needs are
y'all.
met.
It's just,
L&R
you know.
Security
Oh, I
differentiates
only got
itself
one
by
of them
creating
left.
partnerships with our clients and guards. We are now hiring armed and unarmed guard
That's right.
professionals,
I'll just have
retired
to get
military, sheriffs, and
I'll get
PD
it.
to grow with us and impact our community. Be a part of the
just
change
has to
with
be
L&R
silent.
Security.
It is.
Call us now at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191.
Do you need to sell your home fast? You should call NOLA Homes Project and join the hundreds of motivated sellers that receive big paychecks for their homes.
I'm trying
We're
to-
part of a large group of
y'all can hear me.
experienced real estate developers.
I'm trying.
for homes in your area.
I'm trying to get the picture to work.
Inherit an unwanted
Why is
property,
it so
facing
difficult?
foreclosure, problem tenants.
That, I'm
we
trying
can
to get
make
us
a
in both
fair
pictures.
offer on your home within 24 hours. Close
Do you know how many
very
times
quickly,
Instagram has fallen today?
and we buy as
I'm
is condition. Also,
I'm
if
trying,
you've
y'all.
ever thought about making money flipping homes
Let
right
it
here in the
be.
local area,
I can't
then
think.
you should call NOLA Homes Project
Let me
and join
see.
the area's #1 real estate mentoring program. Earn while you learn our system on how to find properties to flip,
talk about this
how
in
to
our part.
evaluate deals quickly, and how to use other
Why
people's
isn't
money
this working?
to fund your real estate deals. In fact, if the property looks good for a rehab, we'll put up 100% of the money for your deals. Call NOLA Homes Project today at 504-322-1536, 322-1536, or go to NOLAHomesProject.com.
See? See?
Damn, daddy's.
No, you gotta take care of the family. It's like,
Come on, roll with RTA. You back for more information, and now there's
Alright,
more
kid.
info
Yeah,
at
thank you.
NORTA.com.
You're the best. You be like-
You can plan your trip ahead of time, all on your phone. You can text the
Roll
number
with
to
me.
see when the next bus is
I can't
coming.
get it.
You can follow New Orleans
I can't get it
RTA on
both.
Facebook and Twitter. From New Orleans east to
both,
the
girl.
lower nine, we got you covered.
Crazy.
Your town, uptown, downtown.
But I like to read the comments. Y'all, obviously, I didn't do a good job of charging my things today because Facebook, you're all good. Instagram, you're on lean because I'm charging you.
Customer
So
service
I can get the
manager
whole
for
show in.
Energy New Orleans.
Happens
Would
that
you
way.
like for your energy bill to be about the same each month? Then sign up for Level
And then
Billing.
my iPad just died.
With Level Billing, you pay roughly the same amount for electricity every month. Bills will vary month to month,
God, wasn't
but
knowing
only
to charge it.
slightly, resulting in
Oh well,
manageable
happens
bills
that way
all year
sometimes.
long. Learn more about Level Billing at Entergy.com.
This has been a message from Energy New Orleans Incorporated. WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Good morning, and welcome back to Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday. We're here to open your mind.
In a different lane.
We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. You never want to miss a show with Marketplace Monday, Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and Free Spirit Friday. Make sure you tune into each and every Friday. If you thought you knew me, but you don't, I promise you don't. And I'm sure everyone who was listening last Friday, you learned a lot about me that you did not know. And I will continue to do that each and every Friday. It'll be a little bit of my story through my eyes. So open your mind. It's just a lot of lessons that I've learned, a book that God put on my heart. So as I'm speaking it, I will be writing it to get me to write it faster. Real talk. To get me to write it faster. So I invite each and every one of you kind of into my life, with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding. A little bit of perseverance and pain in there too, but it will not all be sad stories. There are happy stories, and just things that I've learned throughout my life. Like, I've been through a lot of stuff in 38 years. Most people wouldn't believe it. And I was like, who wants to hear my story? But, having been ministered to, I have been encouraged to do this, not only by God, and kind of when he pushes you, you kind of need to go. You don't really have a choice. Like, you're going to come back around to it. Ashley's like, yes. So I'm really excited about this. I took the jump of faith, and I really appreciate the response that I've gotten from our listeners, emails and conversations and calls, and when I've gone out, just the love that you've offered me. So I just want to thank you for that, and I want you to also offer that love to the people that are around you, because just like you did not know what was going on in my life, you don't always know what's going on in everyone else's life that surrounds you. So the conversation today is shifting, and so I want to shift your hearts. I want everyone to really look inside their hearts and have a shift in their heart. You may be angry at someone. You may be upset with someone. And you know what? You may have a rightfully so to initially be, initially be upset. But how long are you going to hold them accountable for something? How long are you going to have that poison in your heart? How long are you going to have that bitterness? How long are you going to continue to sip on that poison for yourself? But the biggest part of that is while you are judging someone, while you are being intolerant, while you're sipping on that poison, while you're dealing with all of these negative things, are you any better? Drop mic. Are you any better? Have you done something that you're not proud of? I don't care who you are. Everybody has done something that they're not proud of. And everybody wants forgiveness. So I want you to look inside your heart and see what's living there. Because as our heart, so are we, right? So if I'm living in bitterness because of, something that, say my mom and I had a terrible relationship when I was a teenager, and I've held on to that bitterness all my life, and every day I go to work, I'm just bitter. I find negativity everywhere I go. I'm living in that. Do you really want to live like that for the rest of your life? Do you? Ashley, how do you feel about your heart? What's going on? What's going on in your heart? Or should I really ask you on air? Just give me your 2 cents first, and if you want to share, you can. You don't have to.
No, I feel like my heart is in a good place. I totally agree with what you said.
Did I hit a button? Look at your face.
Yeah.
That's what I do here. That's what I do.
But I think that I feel like I have a good heart and I'm a good person, but sometimes it can be misinterpreted. Sometimes if I'm going through something, I can show a different part of me that isn't truly who I am.
Yes.
And with that, I wouldn't say like, I don't know, that sounds really bad.
It doesn't,
like,
because isn't that so many of us? Because
yeah, but I wouldn't say like for me to say, oh, I'm showing a different person, not who I really am. But sometimes we're going through things, and when you meet somebody or something, it's like you're meeting a person when they're damaged or they have a lot on their mind. So it's like,
so you're meeting them under a veil of protection.
Right.
You're protecting yourself.
Yeah, and I think that you have to give people opportunities to maybe show. You sometimes have to give people, I guess, a second chance in a sense to show.
Because don't you want one?
To show who you truly are.
Don't you want one?
I do want a second chance. In
Just
some
saying.
aspects of life.
I'm just saying.
You know, it never hurts. It never hurts.
You know, how many times do we not offer someone a second chance, but we want one?
Right. This is true.
You have to forgive me. What are you talking about? You can't be mad at me for the rest of your life. Like, I want a second chance. But you won't offer one. Like,
exactly.
How does that work out?
I read something today, though, that said the weak ignore and the strong forgive.
Wow. The weak ignore. How many of us are ignoring someone, are not dealing with the situation, or bypassing it, or have let it go to the point, let it go where it's still festering in us? She's like, oh, I let it go. Well, no, did you really? Because I know I didn't really. And it came back to haunt me.
Oh, for sure.
But I was at a level of spirituality, a mature spirituality, where I could deal with it at that point. And I understand being at certain places in your life where you just can't deal with stuff because it's just overwhelming.
Right.
But how long do you want to live that way? I'm telling you, you don't want to do it very long if
But
you don't have to.
On the flip side, I read the person who ignores you does that because they're obsessed with you.
Oh, wait, say that again. I like that.
The person who ignores you is truly obsessed with you.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? I mean, it just makes you think.
I could see that. I mean, like, trying to, like, look back at relationships and situations. Not even just relationships, but, like, situations. Yeah. Where'd you get that from? I'm like, I want to read that book.
It wasn't a book that I read. It was just, like...
An article?
And no, like, I'll look up daily quotes and I'll post them, like, on my IG. And just things that, like, I go, they make me think. Or I go, oh, maybe somebody needs this word today. So
read, say it in its entirety again.
So it's, I read that the person who ignores you is actually obsessed with you.
Wow. It's powerful, Ashley. Aren't you profound today? Look at you.
I think so.
Just doing a little something this morning. But that is food for thought. And so that is another one of those things that makes you want to think about what your heart really looks like. And when you are maybe angry, disappointed, upset, take those moments to really find out why you're going through that. And so many times when we're not really protecting our heart or and living out of a place of love, when we're doing those things, it's actually, we're projecting the negativity onto someone else when it's actually healing that we need to do in our heart from a situation in our past or a situation that may even be current that we're just ignoring, and we are responding to someone else because they're hitting a trigger. Because you do have a broken heart. Is your heart broken? I think a lot of people's heart are broken.
I think so.
Hello, I lived like that for a long time. How many of us are living with a broken heart?
I think a lot of us.
Yes.
We don't give ourselves time to heal from one thing to the next.
Absolutely.
And that's it. That goes for a relationship you're having with another person that you're intimate with, or even just relationships like with your friends and family.
Even like a loss of a job. People are gonna get brokenhearted over loss of job. Not being able to make ends meet. and not realize they have a broken heart behind that, or maybe educationally they wanted to go one road and it went another road, and it broke their heart, or they may be a musician and they feel like they lost their big break, but not realizing that the next one is around the corner, and so they're heartbroken for so long that they don't even get back up. Or there's so many different instances in life, and there's so many ways that your heart can be broken. So I would just love if people take a moment today to evaluate the stages of your heart. Evaluate the is your heart on life support? Like seriously, is your heart on life support? Because when your heart is on life support, and when you're not taking care of yourself, and when you're not taking care of your heart, and when you're not loving yourself, it's very hard to love other people. It's very hard to move forward in love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding. Mm-hmm. You can do it for so long, but it's going to creep back in. Mm-hmm. And it may creep back in different ways, because you could do the opposite. You could be giving of yourself so much that it's to a detriment of yourself. And you think that you're loving, but you may be loving other people, but you may be destroying yourself inside. Oh, so There's so many different ways about this. Ashley?
I think that, for me personally, like, I know that, I right now, where I'm at in my life, because I just kind of got out of something, it's like I have to heal. I have to take the time for myself. And that's hard to do. I think a lot of us don't do that. A good friend of mine came over last night, and we were just chit-chatting, and we were talking about things, and he goes, your life could have been at this point right now. Just you actually are so blessed. You don't even realize how blessed you are. Like, you dodged like a bullet. And he's like, you have to give yourself a chance.
Wow.
And when he said that I have to give myself a chance, that was deep. Yeah. Like, I mean, I really I teared up, and he's like, oh my God, are you crying? And I'm like, yeah, because I don't truly think I've given myself a chance. And I think we as people, we don't give ourselves a chance because we're too involved in other people's lives. We're worried about what other people think. We're too worried about what, we want what our parents want for us, or what we should do because other people think we should do it for ourselves. Mm-hmm. And we don't truly give ourselves a chance. I mean, you hear people say "do you" all the time. It's such a cliche when you say, "Oh, I'm gonna do me." But it's not about. I think for me now, it's not about do you. Are you giving yourself a chance?
Wow.
Are you giving yourself a chance to be the best person you can be?
All right, you're preaching to me. All right, keep going. I'm feeling it. That's true, though. That's so true.
I truly was like, wow. I can admit I have not done that. I haven't done that, and I can't look back. I can't be 40-something years old or whatever and look back.
All right,
and go,
that's 2 years from now, so let's let it roll. But
I'm only 20-something, so, but I don't want to look back and say, I didn't do what I truly wanted, or what God had in store for me.
Absolutely. No, but I get that. Sitting at 30 and looking at you at 28 and knowing where I was at 28, I'm like, what did I do the last 10 years of my life? Like, what, did I give myself a chance?
Right.
And what am I going to do right now? Mm-hmm. And I need to look at my heart, and I need to shift. Mm-hmm. And if I haven't given myself a chance, it's okay. That's the past. What are we going to do today? That's over. What are you going to do today? So we want you to shift. We want you to look at your heart. We want you to give yourself a chance. So open your mind to living differently in the world. We are going to take a quick break. We have Ashley Moore in the studio with us. She is one of my new co-hosts for Gumbo Talk Thursday. Hey. Cindy Wynn is taking a hiatus during her campaign. She's running for Council District East, so we want to send out our thoughts and prayers to her and just let you know what she's doing. And so we're really excited. And Ashley does something that a lot of us may find fearful. When she told me, I was like, oh, that's amazing. I want to do it too. So she's going to share that when she comes back. She's opening up a little bit about herself, and I'm really excited about it. Well, to welcome her to the WBOK family. Thanks so much. It is Gumbo Talk Thursday. We'll be right back.
Small business
businesses play an important role in society, and L&R Security is no different. L&R Security delivers safety and comfort to our neighborhoods, events, apartment communities, conventions, work sites, festivals, and your business. L&R Security can be reached at 504-943-3191 to ensure the safety of your employees, customers, family, friends, and you. L&R Security has made its mark in the security arena for over 37 years and will faithfully continue that tradition. Call today for your personalized consultation to ensure your security needs are met. L&R Security differentiates itself by creating partnerships with our clients and guards. We are now hiring armed and unarmed guard professionals, retired military, sheriffs, and PD to grow with us and impact our community. Be a part of the change with L&R Security. Call us now at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191.
Check me out. Gumbo Talk Thursday. So.
Isogenics is one of the fastest growing companies in the world because their products work. Their solutions and culture has redefined the health and wellness industry. Science backs their products and statistics back their success. But it's the people who make them successful. And I, Eileen Carter, have joined the Isogenics revolution. I've used the products and followed their system, and I swear by them. I'm on my journey of transformation and invite you to join me and try Isogenics today. Challenge yourself and change your life. Find information and testimonials at thegoodliferadioshow.isogenics.com. Thegoodliferadioshow.isogenics.com. Thegoodliferadioshow.isagenics.com. Order yours today.
Shift being that.
Do you need to sell your home fast? You should call Nola Homes Project and join the hundreds of motivated sellers that receive big paychecks for their homes. We're part of a large group of experienced real estate developers who are currently looking for homes in your area. It doesn't matter the reason, inherit an unwanted property, facing foreclosure, problem tenants, we can make a fair offer on your home within 24 hours, close very quickly, and we buy in its as-is condition. Also, if you ever thought about making money flipping homes right here in the local area, then you should call Nola Homes Project and join the area's #1 real estate mentoring program. Earn while you learn our system on how to find properties to flip, how to evaluate deals quickly, and how to use other people's money to fund your real estate deals. In fact, if the property looks good for a rehab, we'll put up 100% of the money for your deals. Call Nola Homes Project today at 504-322-1536, 322-1536, or go to NolaHomesProject.com.
Thanks, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
In. How much longer is our commercial?
We go in back at 11:40, so that would be.
Okay, so 1 minute, you guys. 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute, Dougie. First you're on. On.
Yeah.
On. 1 minute. Thanks, Lee.
Thanks, y'all, for sticking around.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We are on live WOK 12:30 a.m. on. If you ever want to stream,
my girl,
you can do that. You can also stream on TuneIn. Get the WBOK app. You can watch us live, obviously, on Facebook, on Instagram, because that's what you're doing right now. We're also on YouTube. I will upload the shows each and every day, but they've been really slow. Like, it took a day for one to download. I'm like, what is the deal? Sucking up all my battery. It was really a hot, raggy mess. Oh, I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to them.
Yes.
I'm talking to 3 people all at one time. So, I guess we're about to go live. I'm really excited about Ashley being a new part of the show. She just doesn't know, but I've adopted her. Kind of like, I do. Like, I love you. Like, I see myself in you. We're 10 years apart, and I'm just like, if I can just, honestly, you impart wisdom into me, and if I can just, like, show you some of the pitfalls so you can, bypass them, that's what the good life is all about. It's love, tolerance, compassion, and understanding, opening your mind to living differently in the world. There's so much negativity in the world. Tune in for an hour of positivity each and every day with us.
Yes.
Now we're about to go back live.
Yes.
Oh. I knew we're funny. My ears on the wrong side.
And welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. So make sure you tune in. You never want to miss a show with Marketplace Monday, Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and of course Free Spirit Friday. I do share my story. I open up a little bit. I am vulnerable. Sometimes you got to do it to free yourself, and we are actually freeing our spirit each and every Friday. We want to know what the good life looks like to you. We're going to be talking to people. What does it look like? You know, my good life is not your good life. Everybody is subjective, but we want to make sure you're doing it with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and everyone else. So we have Ashley Moore. She is our brand new co-host for Gumbo Talk Thursday. I'm so excited about it because I don't have to be the youngest on the show anymore. Now she holds that title. Whoop, whoop. Exciting. So, and Ashley is actually, you know, just to give you a little bit about her, I met her through another friend. We were at the Ace Hotel at a JP a PJ Morton event. So shout out to PJ, and she's from Seattle, and she's been bi-coastal, and then, you know, she has some roots down here in New Orleans through Baton Rouge, and, you know, of course, New Orleans always, like, sucks you in, so she's been here, and I'm just excited to, you know, have met her. We sat down, we chatted at CC's, and, you know, we just created a bond, and so I was like, and she had done a little radio in the past, and I was like, really? I think I have a great idea, and I think it's been a great partnership, so I'm really excited because Ashley does something that I think I might try soon, hopefully.
You look I don't know.
We'll see. But I really do want to try it because you've inspired me to go out on a limb and try this. So why don't you tell our listening audience exactly, you know, what you do? We talk about, you know, searching our heart, and this is something like, you know, let out all the fear. You know, some people have fear of doing stuff like this, so I'm excited to share it.
So, I love to travel solo.
Travel solo.
Yes.
Lee, she travels by herself. I feel like I want to put like a chip in you so I can make sure like you're okay no matter where you are.
Put a tracking device inside of me?
You know, just to make sure you're okay, like if you don't answer your phone or something.
Yes, I travel solo and I love it. The first solo trip that I took was... Well, I guess I'll say, like, I would always go to, like, maybe, like, Atlanta or something and, like, see my family. But that's not really, like, a solo trip, you know? Like, granted, I'm going by myself, but...
So that's how it started?
Kind of. I guess, so, yeah, kind of, sort of. And then when I first moved here back in 2014 for my birthday, a friend of mine was supposed to be planning to go to Pensacola. And she ended up not going with me, so I went by myself. And so that was my first solo trip. Well,
how was it when you know she was canceled or couldn't go, whatever the situation was? What was your first reaction?
I was like, okay, girl,
see you later.
Bye.
Really?
Yeah.
Because some people are like, oh, well, I'm not going either. You were like, no, I'm going.
I'm gone.
Good for you.
Yeah. So,
I probably would have been like, no, I'm not gonna go either.
I went, and my daddy, like, he supports me doing whatever. He's like, I think he knows in his heart, like, my baby gonna be all right, no matter where she goes. But my mom, like, she called me every single day. She literally called me every day, was like, what are you doing? Where are you at? And I'm like, Mom, I'm in Pensacola.
Right.
Like, come on now.
Right.
So.
It's not like Argentina.
Yeah, but see, that was the first year that I had moved here, too. So, you know, her baby's away for the first time. She lives on the West Coast. I'm in the deep South. So we're, like, buku far away from each other.
I love that you buku. Go ahead.
So then my most recent solo trip was to Spain.
You went to Spain by yourself?
I went to Spain by myself.
I love it.
I went to Madrid first and then Barcelona.
Really?
I had the most amazing time.
Tell.
Oh my God. So, well, I was working for the airline, so I flew first class to Madrid.
That must be nice.
It was awesome. It was amazing.
It was awesome. Good for you.
Talk about, like, luxury. But honestly, like, there's really no difference. Like, to be real, like, any of y'all that travel a lot out there, I don't know if you've been in business class before, just coach. But the only difference is that your seat doesn't recline all the way. I mean, honestly. Like, I would pay, $700 to go international versus $3,000 just to have the seat that reclines. Right. Now, if you're sending me to, like, I don't know, Australia, because that's like an 18-hour flight or something crazy, then I'm going to want first class.
Gotcha.
Just because. But Madrid's only like 7 hours from JFK, from New York.
So it's like driving to Atlanta.
Yeah, it's not that bad. And the food in coach is actually just as good as first class food.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was, I mean, it was awesome. I got there. I stayed in an Airbnb. That's like all I do. I don't stay in hotels anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I hate hotels.
Mm.
Because Airbnb for me is like you get to experience. You feel like a local when you go, and you get to experience like a local.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hotels are just so. I don't
Hotel.
know. You don't get your privacy and whatnot, and I just feel like a tourist. But my host was awesome. She like made me breakfast every morning.
Wow.
And also, you know, the great tips on where to go and things like that. And so that was really awesome. And oh no, I don't know what happened. But so yeah, I did Madrid first. Oh, and everybody spoke to me in Spanish. And so that, because I look Spanish, I think a lot of people think that I am.
Wait, doesn't she look like she could be my little sister?
Yeah,
Y'all, she looks like me with freckles and everything.
Yeah, so, and I'm like, no habla español, and it was really difficult, and it's frustrating because, like, some of the people who do speak English over there, they get so mad because they don't want to speak it, you know what I'm saying? Just like I think maybe here in America, people who speak Spanish, they don't want to because it's like, speak English because you're in my country.
Gotcha.
So it goes both ways, y'all.
Right.
It goes both ways.
So when you go over there, bring your translator.
Exactly. And Google Translate does not work that well. But I made it through, and I survived, and it was.
What did you see while you were there?
Well, Madrid's like more posh, like really, like, it's not as laid back as Barcelona. You know, it's like really uppity. Not uppity in the sense of like, I don't know. I don't want to say. That's probably the wrong word. I'm really not good at describing things.
We're gonna work on that.
So it's more like architecture you're looking at, more like sightseeing and stuff in Madrid.
Okay.
And then Barcelona has the beach and stuff.
Because isn't that the capital? Madrid of Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see it being more like, you know, buildings and...
Yeah. And stuff. Barcelona, I went to the beach, and it was absolutely
I went to the beach.
Amazing. And it was topless.
That's what's up. Was it?
Yes, it was.
How was that? I'm not even going to ask you.
No, I didn't do it. My mama said, she's like, why didn't you do it? I'm like, because I didn't. But guess what? When I go back, I probably will. But, you know, it's funny, but there was women who, I guess, like, if we had a topless beach here in the United States, people would go, oh, my God, she needs to put her shirt back on. But there's literally kids running around and women free. And it's like the things that we care about.
Wow.
They don't care about at all. Like image, how image is such a huge thing over here in Spain. They don't care.
They don't care.
They do not care. And
they freed themselves.
Oh, absolutely. And proud of it.
And the thing is, we create those boundaries in ourselves.
And it was just nice to see that. And I honestly was like, I don't want to go back. America's trash. I mean, the United States is trash. Like, once you travel abroad, you're just like, America isn't so great. Like,
wow. Yeah.
You know, and I know I'm probably some people out there are like, girl, you crazy. But I'm not saying I'm going to.
There are a lot of people who are opening their mind to living differently in the world. And once they go abroad and they come back, they're like, wait, we thought we were the greatest country, but we can learn so many different things from so many different other places.
Granted, there's obviously other countries that are just way worse than us. I mean, their violence and what have you. So, I mean, I am blessed to be American.
Right.
But, you know, there's other countries that are amazing as well and have a lot to offer that we don't know. And actually, next week, I am going to...
Dun, dun, dun. She's doing it again, y'all.
I'm going solo to the Dominican Republic.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, they'll be beautiful people.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, Stella got her groove back.
Stella got her groove back in the Dominican Republic. How Ashley got her groove back. So she won't be here, but we will definitely be getting an update when she gets back. So don't think she left and, like, you know, she was like a one and gone. She's going on a solo trip. I do not feel sorry for her at all. But I'm really excited about it because that's something that, you know, a lot of us don't have the gumption to do, to be perfectly honest. You know, I sure haven't done it, you know, thus far in my life. You're 28 and you're doing it, you know, multiple times. I'm 38 and have yet to do it. And you have inspired me, you know, to open my mind to living differently in the world, and literally living differently in the world, taking a solo trip. You know, I think it would be fun.
It's scary, I think. And it was, my biggest thing is, like, I could travel solo in the United States wherever, whenever, it didn't matter. But I finally built up the courage to go international. And now I'm like, that is nothing.
Right.
You just have to be aware of your surroundings and pay attention, just like you do here. You know? So, and people are like, you're not scared that something's going to happen to you, or, you know, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I would rather, God forbid, die doing something I enjoy than, you know,
being fearful and staying in the seventh ward.
Yeah, pretty much. And I feel like God made this earth for us to see. It's for us to see. And to be quite honest, you know, when I moved here to New Orleans, and people that I've met here, and even my own family that's all in Baton Rouge, like, I'm like, where y'all been? They're like, oh, Texas or you know, Alabama. The furthest they've gone is, like, you know, Atlanta and Florida. I'm like, y'all never been nowhere else? They're like, no, for what? And I'm like, what do you mean for what? There's so much to see. And they're like, or they're scared. But I really want to know, like, what are people scared of?
What are you scared of?
That's my biggest thing. What are you scared of?
What's holding you back?
I mean, I hope I hope it's not, like, I don't know, I don't want to say that, but don't be scared of white people. Like, they ain't gonna bite. They ain't no worse than they are here, you know, on the West Coast or wherever. But
yeah, because you've lived multiple places. Tell us where you've lived.
So I grew up in Seattle, Washington, you know, way up in the corner, y'all, the Seahawks. I ain't a Seahawks fan, though.
You're a Saints fan,
I am. I have been for a long time, actually.
Yeah, I knew I loved her, and now I really love you.
Yes. I'm the only one in the household back at home that is a Saints fan.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, I knew you were a part of the family.
And my pa, he actually from here, and he's a Seahawks fan. I'm
really?
Like, you down bad, you know. But that's okay. He's been in Seattle for like 35 years, so it's
he drank the Kool-Aid. It's okay.
Yeah. I've also lived in New York and been living here, so. But, you know,
you've hit every coast,
pretty much.
So that's part of the reason that you know, we felt with you, with Gumbo Talk, you would be such a great co-host. Number one, I love your age. I love your spirit. I love your personality. Y'all, she's spiritual like me. Love it. Y'all knew I just couldn't help myself. I just love it. And that, you know, she's lived so much life, and she has it from a different point of view. And so I'm really excited for you to be a part of our family here. I know you're going to be visiting Seattle soon, and that you'll be calling in while you're there. But, you know, you can give us, you know, some stuff that's going on in Seattle. Let us know a little bit about what we don't know. That's what Gumbo Talk is about. It's about a gumbo of things. And you know, each of the ladies gives a little bit something different, and you have so much to offer that I'm just really glad that you're a part of the family now. So we would like all of the listeners to embrace her, follow her on her social media platforms. Give that to us.
It is Global Beige.
Global Beige.
Just Global Beige.
Because she be global.
And that is GLOBALBEIGE.
PEIGE. Global Beige. So with this conversation, how many of us have, you know, are fearful to do something? Ashley is 28 and she is traveling the world solo by herself. Madrid, Spain, Dominican Republic, you know, here, there, and everywhere. What are you afraid to do? What should you be jumping at? You know, how many of us, I'm gonna be honest, I remember the first time I went to eat at a restaurant by myself. I was like, I'm going to eat, I might have to bring a book or something. Like, you know, I'm just like, who am I gonna talk to? You know, or go to a movie by yourself. I just want to encourage each and every one of you to appreciate your alone time and appreciate who you are, to begin to love yourself and take care of yourself. You know, I admire you for being able to take international trips by yourself. I think that's such a wonderful thing. So open your mind to living differently in the world. The conversation this week has been about shift. We talked about some hot topics, you know, I don't even want to go back to those, but we talked about some hot topics at the beginning of the show. We talked about taking a look at your heart, shifting your focus. Take a look at your heart, because so your heart goes, so do you. So we want to just take a look at what's really in there. If there's bitterness, if there's unforgiveness, begin to release that. Live the good life and begin to love yourself. Do something for yourself, by yourself. Enjoy yourself. It's the good life. Open your mind. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Please follow us on all of our social media platforms
platforms. That is at TGL Radio Show, at TGL Radio Show. If you would like to join us, please give us a call at 504-400-7127. You can look at all of our rates right there online at tglradioshow.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Eileen, and I'm out. The Good Life Radio Show is a proud WBOK block programmer. To advertise with the Good Life Radio Show, call 504-400-7127. 504-400-7127. Open your mind and grow with the Good Life Radio Show today. That's 504-400-7127. Isogenics is one of the... Thanks so much for tuning in today. I appreciate each and every one of you. That is Ashley Moore. Go follow her on Global Beige, at Global Beige. She's on Instagram. That's the only place she wants to be. She Facebook, y'all. She says it's for old people.
Nah. They don't fool me on Facebook.
So she said it's for old people. Well, I guess I'm old people. I guess 38 is old people. But I don't look 38. I could be 28. In my mind, we're going to work this out.
Definitely.
We're going to work this out. But thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of you. And we're out.